Hey, it's Thomas here, and today we're doing a quick review on CaribSea's special grade reef sand. 40 pounds. If you're looking for a substrate that's safe for sand-loving fish and inverts, gives you that clean, white beach sand look, but won't easily be blown all over the tank by pumps and is easy enough to siphon clean, then it's time to take a look at CaribSea's special grade reef sand. Substrate in our reef tanks has several purposes beyond adding that classic white sandy ocean floor look. Substrate also helps with filtration and stability by acting as a vast surface area for beneficial bacteria and detritivorous organisms, and provides shelter and foraging grounds for fish and inverts like wrasses, gobies, and jawfish. There are a wide variety of substrates available, most of which are aragonite based and composed of calcium carbonate, magnesium, strontium, and similar elements. They come in different grain sizes, textures, and colors to suit your personal taste or to accommodate the inhabitants that you plan to keep in your tank. The smaller grain sizes of oolite and sugar sands look fantastic, but they are lighter and get blown around more easily by pumps and can be harder to keep clean with siphoning without accidentally sucking it out of the tank. The larger grain sizes of Florida crushed coral seem to stay put even in high flow tanks, and they are easier to siphon clean without sucking them up, but they aren't really suitable for sand sifters or wrasses, and they don't have the same beach sand look that most reefers prefer. CaribSea's special grade reef sand is the answer for those who want an aragonite substrate that provides the look of sand without kicking up as easily or being as difficult to keep clean. It's available both as a dry substrate as well as arag-alive. Arag-alive substrates are packed wet with dormant bacteria added to the bag that will spring into action when added to a new tank to aid in cycling. It definitely makes life a little bit easier in those first few weeks of setting up a tank, but it isn't entirely necessary, especially if you're using biologically active rock, and the more economical dry version can quickly become biologically active while your tank is cycling. The grain size of special grade reef sand sits right in between 1 millimeter and 2 millimeters, which is on the larger end of sugar sand and just under the smaller end of Florida crushed coral, which gives you the unique uniform look of sand with heavier grains similar to crushed coral that are less likely to be blown around, giving you the best of both worlds. The color of special grade reef sand is pretty uniform, and in the tank will have that clean white appearance. If you prefer something with a little bit more color, I'm also a really big fan of CaribSea's Fiji Pink. While it is slightly smaller and a little more susceptible to kicking up, it does have some interesting flecks of pink mixed in. Although once they're in the tank and they're under that reef lighting, they do look very similar. The convenience and the clean white look of the special grade reef sand is a winning combination and is the sand that I personally chose for my tank. I mean, it looks awesome, it's easier to work with, it's goby and wrasse friendly, and therefore meets all of my goals for what I look for in a substrate. When it comes to keeping substrate clean, there's one method that has always worked really well for me and ultimately helps me kill two birds with one stone, pulling out any trapped waste and removing it from the tank while performing a water change. The Python has been one of the most useful tools in my arsenal, and as an aquarium hobbyist, kind of changed the way I do maintenance in the hobby, which is great. If you want to see how you can even use one to refill your reef tank, check out this video right here. I go through all of it. How to do all the things with the Python. There's a bunch of accessories for it too you might not even know about.